Welcome in, everyone. Welcome in. I don't know why the camera failed again. It should be working, but it's not. Let me try this. Video camera work. Are you gonna mess up? There it goes. We working. Hey, I can figure out problems. So, the other thing we were gonna do messed up and didn't work, so we pivoted, and here we are. Hey, welcome in, Matt. And we're playing with Torn here. Torn, what are you? Why don't you introduce who you are to our fine folks?
Me strong. Me call spirit warrior.
So you fight spirits?
Me shout loud.
Oh. So you're shouty.
And watch the denizens of hell quiver at my very intimidating strong presence.
Oh, my dear friend, it's not your presence that they cringe at, it would be your stench. Have you bathed within the last decade?
What is bathe?
That's what I thought. Excellent. Cheerio, let's march on, friend. So for those of you who don't know, this is Matt. So
Hello.
was chatting and I asked him, hey, my game got canceled, you want to do this? And he said, sure. So here we are.
Alright, so in short, this is a barbarian character. I am not doing typical barbarian character things the way that, you know, other people on the internet do. I will just be, you know, doing things my way, because that's what I like to do. My idea for this build that I've thought of is that we're going to be doing some shouts, which like buff the party, and I figured if Diemnyx is with others, that at least if I'm doing shouts, it means that everyone benefits. So I like that. I like being a party player.
So I have a question for you.
Okay.
Which I had asked, but I didn't get a whole lot of response from people.
Okay.
Blood, dark, or bone? My question is because I want to fit with one of those themes, I think. I like the build Lady's going for and was looking at, but I saw what you said.
Yeah, so probably my response is going to be based on the same thing. I can tell you a little bit about what I understand of what those skills do for you.
I went and tried out a different one earlier to see what I thought of them. The dark ones I really like. They were pretty cool. The bone ones I'm kind of... I can see they're decent. And the blood is interesting. If I go blood, I'm probably going to lean more into the fact that this guy would be a vampire and just didn't know it. Right? Like that's what the markings were as they converted him into that.
Yeah.
Because the whole point is he became undead and didn't want to be. He didn't ask for it.
If you come into this building... Oh, yep, you are here.
You came in and started it, so it pulled me in. It's all good. All good. I was just looting around back of the house for you.
You've seen all this, so I'm just gonna skip.
Okay. I was gonna let you watch it because I wasn't sure if you had remembered it or not.
Yep. So yeah, I mean, if it's interesting to you, if you like these little stories, we'll watch them.
Oh, I do. The ones that I've not seen. The ones I've seen, I'm like, I'm okay skipping because we did them yesterday. But I know you're a little further back, so we need to go.
Yeah, we'll try and orient ourselves to things that you didn't do.
So, let me run this, if you don't mind, if you run this through with you, the ideas. So if I go blood, I'm going to go vampire and kind of go the Warhammer trait counts. What do you call them? The vampire counts. Thank you. Sorry, brain. So I'll do kind of that route, right? In which case I'll probably go back into the visuals and make his eyes be the blood red instead.
Yeah, so typically I think, and this is, it doesn't have to be exact, right? Like I'm just going to be like generalizing a lot, okay?
Oh, yeah.
If you choose blood, what is typically going to happen is that you're going to have more close-ish AoE things. You're going to be more tanky, or more like you're going to have more ability to heal yourself.
Blood is healing and buffing, I noticed.
Yes. If you go bone, that is going to be longer range. It is going to be a mixture of AoE and single target. It's and
blocked.
but it's very caster focused. In my opinion, like these are again my opinions and generalizations.
Well, what I learned from the little sample I did was I found that Dark has a really cool melee and a really cool ranged ability. Blood has a single target ranged ability as its generator. These are for the generators we're just talking right now, or I think that's what she called them. And so they were pretty cool. I like that this one kind of spurts out. It's hard to hit your target.
Yeah.
Because it's not very accurate. It's more you fling them and hope for the best.
Later on, that does improve with different skills and with specialization.
I will say the Dark was interesting because one was a link siphon, which was interesting, and it actually generated the most essence. And the other Dark one, you create a big scythe that you attack everyone around you, which is pretty cool. And for everyone you hit, you generate essence. Yeah. And the blood one, you target one person, but you create blood orbs that are a bonus.
Alright, well, by the sounds of it, and obviously I'm only just like reading what you're saying.
Yep.
I feel like right now, you're leaning, at least in the way that you're talking, towards the shadow type things. You're saying that those felt pretty good to you, and I agree. I think that that's cool, and I think if you liked what they were doing, I think do those things. It doesn't matter what anyone else thinks or says.
Yeah.
And if after a while you're bored of it or don't like it as much as you thought you would, or if it falls off, we can look at like specializing it down further. We can look at how to improve it, things like that. But given that that's kind of where you're going, I think you should just do that thing.
Okay. Hadn't really thought of him as vampire earlier on, so it's kind of like, Now there is some really cool blood ones. I will say that when I played with them, and I didn't go through all of them. I just went the tier 1, tier 2 stuff.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, like you said, it is going to cost to respec is the downside.
Yeah, well, at this stage, it shouldn't be too much. It's when you start getting further and further and further along those respec costs
Okay.
are going to go up. So I think doing it now when you haven't spent too many points is the best time.
Well, I'm gonna wait till we get to
that.
town with
To
you.
the
I want
city?
to at least get you to town so that you can work on those quests and stuff. Well, I mess around with this.
Yeah, sure.
What do you think? Do you like the idea of ranged or melee dark? Both were interesting. They just did very different things. One was focused on more debuffing the enemy at range, and one was focused on slashing AoE all around, AoE damage.
Yeah. So whether I play this character or probably my other second choice, either way, I'll probably be doing relatively melee-ish things. Now, I don't think you should cater yourself to that necessarily.
Technically, doing the opposite could be the best idea.
No time for this.
I mean, do you like the idea of debuffing from range? Do you like the idea of
Yeah, I
running
mean,
up to things with
both of
size
them,
and
both of them
smacking
felt like I actually think I enjoyed the 3 other generators better than the bone spikes. Just because the bone spikes you don't really control, at least the currently, right? You just point in the direction and fling them out.
Yep.
Take a piece of holy cedar wood from the
Where the
shop
others you don't
and inscribe
shoot
it with
an
the
object
seal
out
which
like an
troubles
arrow,
you.
so there's no missing.
Then
Just
cast it
hits
into the
them.
brazier. As the fire burns the wood,
The blood orbs
so
were
too
interesting
will the
because they're
light
basically
burn
buffs
away
sitting
your
around
sin.
for you. Decompose actually generated the most essence,
Yeah.
which I thought was interesting. Which it's essence per second. And then the scythe, which they call reap, was interesting because you just swipe all the way around you. Which is very much like the blood aura that she said to get. Blood surge. It's just using a scythe instead.
you must feel as though welcome.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I think,
Let's see what's
given that
here.
we're kind of doing shadowy things,
Yeah, so
maybe,
those 2 are the darkness generators, and then they lead into blight and sever. Sever is you shoot out a spectral version of yourself that uses a scythe, and then blight gives you a blast out in an area that deals damage and sits in the area, damaging them over time.
yeah. So you'll.
So if I did decompose, I'd probably go with blight, and if I did
Light.
reap, I would go with sever.
Sever, yeah. So it depends. But what I would do is go, how do I see the character, right? And this is a little bit more on you. Like, do I see that they're standing back, like debuffing things, throwing pie plates down on the ground?
See, that's the thing. I more see it
sucking
as
blood?
he doesn't know because he didn't choose it. This isn't what he wants to be.
Yeah.
So whichever skill it is, it's like, oh, this is what I'm stuck with. I better figure out how to make it work. Because he didn't choose to be undead. He didn't choose to be a necromancer. This is forced upon him. So he's like, well, I'm going to have to figure out how to make myself unmade because this isn't what I asked for.
Okay.
Which is why I had
Well, there's
the sigils on him written in kind of like blood, because it's like, I didn't choose this. This was forced upon me.
Yeah. What I kind of like, and this is me, right? So again, take what I say with a grain of salt. But what I kind of like is that you've got either lots of like melee minions that are running in, or maybe a big golem that's running in. You're standing back. You're like, I don't like this. I can't control that they keep on coming up, right? Like,
Yeah, that's exactly what I was doing.
You know, and so I think
What is this?
I think doing the longer range shadow things at this stage, and this decrepification idea or blight idea is like, there's a hint or tinge of regret in some of those themes, which follows what your story, and so I feel like maybe that's
I'm good with that.
So yeah, go to decompose and let's look at the specializations of decompose once you've
So you have enhanced decompose, and then you can either go to accolade decompose. Explosions from decompose makes enemies vulnerable.
And the other one,
decompose slows enemies by 50%. When you decompose explodes, you gain 30% movement speed for 8 seconds. So slow
so
enemies
have a slow or a vulnerable. I think vulnerable is great. Let's make them vulnerable.
Okay.
And yeah, we can swap between those. That's fine.
Interesting.
So make them vulnerable. So vulnerable is a thing, and what vulnerable does is it makes them take more damage from all sources, basically. And so that's your sources, including your minions, and also from anyone in your party. Okay?
Oh, cool.
So it helps. So that's why I would choose that one. And then if we go down into Blight,
Yep, Blight.
So that's leaving behind areas.
Blight unleashes a blast that deals damage and then deals damage in the area.
Yeah, and again, we're just going to a theme.
It slows enemies.
Yep, so we have a slow from here. That's good. And what's the two
minions deal
specializations?
20% increased damage to Blight enemies within Blight.
Alright,
or
and the other
Blight
one?
has 30% chance to immobilize enemies.
Okay, I think deal more damage is good. Immobilize, 30%, you and your minions dealing more damage to things is kind of on theme to your regret. Okay.
Skeleton Warrior Master. Yep.
Okay, we're going heavy into Skeleton Warriors.
Yeah, why not? It's his. That's the whole. He doesn't like it, but they won't leave me alone.
Okay. Well, what you could do is you can go also into your Book of the Dead, and you can specialize your warriors.
I saw that. So, we got bone mages now.
Yeah, so you can turn, if you want to go warriors, right? So just some options, right? You can completely turn all of the mages off if you want it.
Yeah, so you can have 4 warriors and 3 mages. I did figure that out yesterday.
Yeah.
So I can have 4 skirmishers, 4 defenders, or 4 reapers, and I can either have them upgraded or not upgraded.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, or you can turn them off. You can turn off skirmishers and just have defenders. Yeah. Yeah. And when you turn them off, you get buffs for yourself. So yeah, there's all sorts of different
Your critical
things you can
strike
do.
chance increased by 10%. Gain 25% resistance to all elemental damage. No longer raise skeleton warriors. You deal 20 increased shadow damage, but can no longer raise skeleton warriors. Well, that's the shadow damage. If we're going to do one, that's what we would do. We're not going to have
But
warriors.
then you're not going to get skeletal warriors at all, which means...
Essence regeneration is increased by 20%. But no skeleton
so
mages.
you might not...
You deal 20 increased damage to vulnerable enemies, but no longer skeleton mages. Or overpowered damage goes up, but can no longer have skeleton mages.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, thank you for the raid, Silver Wolf. How are you doing? What are you saying, Matt?
I don't think that you're gonna get a lot of bang right now for overpower. It looks to me like overpower happens more in blood than other places. I'm not saying it doesn't happen at all. But yeah, it's something that seems to me. And if you're going with a shadow feel, I'm just wondering whether you just go shadow.
Yeah.
I don't know. It depends how you want to theme it, you know? But yeah, while you're having a look, I will continue on and let you make some decisions. And again, if you watch them and see what they're doing as you're playing, you can sort of go, oh, I really liked this thing that they did, or I really didn't like this thing that they did. I'm going to change it because I didn't like the thing that they did.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
And that's what I'm trying to figure out, right? It's like, I get it, but at the same time, why?
So this is...
Oh, that's a bummer. Sorry, your drawing pen and table stopped working. That's never fun. They say consuming a corpse, but I don't know how you're supposed to consume a corpse.
Okay. So, a lot of abilities consume corpses.
Okay, so that's called consuming a corpse.
Yeah. So, when you raise a skeleton from a corpse, you consume the corpse.
Okay, I didn't realize that counted as consuming a corpse. That makes sense now.
And there are abilities like Corpse Explosion, which will consume all the corpses around you to do massive, huge amounts of damage.
Detonate, yeah.
And so if you went that way, you would want to get as much generation of corpses as possible.
Yeah. Should we try that? What do you think?
Just option. I don't know. I know that there is a node inside the Corpse Explosion which makes it into a shadow skill, so that could be a thing.
So corpse explode radius increase, and something else. Let your story thing go.
Yeah, sorry.
No, you're fine. Please don't worry. You're good. I figured it would happen. That was my intention. That's why I'm doing this while you're getting around town, right?
Different or some.
That was my goal. You're literally doing what I planned. So don't be sorry for literally performing how I expected you to perform. That's just silly.
All right. Yeah. So, yeah, you can do that. Again, if you do that, having other things that create corpses is a good idea. If you want to do Corpse Explosion, ways to do that is that some of your summons can have abilities that give them
Generate
corpse
corpses.
generation.
Actually, I think Shadow Skills, some of them had it too. Let me look.
Yeah, so there could be that. Oh, that's right. We have to emote something, don't we? Cheer or something.
When was it? Created
remember
corpses.
how to
I
do
thought there was
that.
one of them that did that.
Journal. Where? That's Q for quest, is it? No. Let the well-behaved dog.
It's all good, though. It was something I saw.
Cheer at...
Did you see Viking Silver Wolf's response to you?
Nope. I'm gonna say what you said in my chat, don't apologize. Okay. Alright, my current tablet's up. How dare you turn my own words against me? How do I do this again? Do you remember how you cheered?
E. And then you have to go to the previous tab, and there's a cheer. So middle mouse button up for me is what it was. I don't know if you have the same controls or not.
Here. And there. Save changes. Here. Thank you. Yeah.
Absolutely.
No. Pet the dog. You received a pet. Joy, I guess.
Yeah, I didn't realize they made the pet that useful.
Okay.
All right, bud.
And we
Get some sleep.
That way.
You're not supposed to look at the screen.
You're not supposed to look. Great. Good luck with that.
Yeah, well, I'm trying to teach him self-control because there's too many people that don't have any. And he will learn it, or I will break him. And he will learn it.
Fair enough.
And that's not being mean. That's because I know the importance of it. Far too few people do it.
Yeah, so already you're seeing that you can already begin to like point yourself in a kind of direction, right? You can be like, oh, I want to generate a whole bunch of corpses so that I can explode them, or I want to, you know, have as many debuffs as possible, and like, and just do that, or you know, and so you can always point yourself to specific things. I will say in Diablo, pointing yourself at things is advisable because it costs to refund them.
Yeah,
and
it cost me over
unfortunately-
1,000 just to respec.
Yeah, unfortunately, sometimes that'll unfortunately feel bad because you'll get items, and sometimes those items won't be the thing that you've been pointing at, and so in some ways that'll feel a little bit bad. All right, so you with Lady went to. Did you go north first? Which way did you go? Because we can go a totally different
Don't
way.
recall.
All right, we can just So my quest here is investigate the road or meet Bolzalko in Nevesk. A lot of them are. They're both side quests. And then we've got main quests. Do you remember if you were focused on main quests or side quests, maybe? If you were going to gold points or blue points?
Sorry, I'm just realizing how something works. We did blue points to the north, and then we went around to the south and did the south one. We can focus on the main quest to get you caught up to where I was if you want, and then go from there.
Okay. In that case,
Interesting.
I'll aim this way. And, you know, when you're playing with, like, yourself or with different people, you can sometimes play a little bit differently.
Yep.
And because we all have different things that we like. So, yeah, as we go, if we want to, I don't know, point to things differently, do a little bit more of something or a little bit less of something, just let me know.
Yeah.
Obviously, I value time with you, and I value that you're actually getting some sort of enjoyment out of whatever it is that we're doing.
Yeah. And that's the thing, like we talked about, they're side quests. I like doing side quests in games. I'm just disappointed there's not more of them. See, look at that. Isn't that kind of cool?
It is kind of cool.
What is this?
Further south. Got a thing. It's just. Okay, so. Yes, that way. So, man, what are all these corpses?
They won't leave me alone. Don't remind me, I tried to ignore them. Look, see, look at this. They just run off and do their own thing.
Oh, lag.
It's okay.
I might have to just minimize your stream. Yeah, come attack me. Me,
Lack the required essence.
You want to attack me? Yes. Yeah, so I can pull them in to attack me every so often, so that like it's a taunt kind of mechanic.
Cool.
And when I do that, I get a whole ton of damage resistance.
It's working pretty well. Well, this is the decrypify, what do you call it? The blight.
Interesting.
So the ground looks like it's like slimy or oily or something. That's just the blood kicking off.
Yeah, gotcha. Nice. Okay. I'll just pop in.
Oh, interesting.
I'm guessing you've got these quests and done these things.
Yeah. So you could actually make a vampire by passing on the skeletons, focusing on blood. You could actually make like a vampire.
Yeah. Yeah, you could. It's one of the things that you could do. Again, like, this is like...
No, this is me finally getting some of the game and, you know, being like, okay, well, you could do a few things potentially, right? I'm not, like, in love with it totally yet, but I'm at least seeing there's something that can be done.
There's some potential there for doing things. Yep. Cool. Before we go too far, probably I need to spend some points.
You want to do that now? You have these stupid rotting corpses that won't leave me alone that are protecting us.
Yeah. Let me just spend some points. So I've done that one. Yeah, we want this one. Oh, we go. Now, at the moment, basically don't have any AoE. Okay, so
It's all good.
really not what
I
I'm
got a lot.
focused on. Attack me.
See? I got a lot of AoE.
So we've done that, and then we go that way.
I do wish they made respecking cheaper.
It's only gonna get worse, buddy, sorry.
Why do you think I've not spent some of my points yet?
Ooh, basic great sword over there. Grab that. Let's grab the lethal shrine.
So I'm trying to theory craft some options and, you know, figure some things out. Because that was part of it yesterday. I didn't know even enough about the game to really theory craft yesterday. Because they make things different.
Give you more information so that you have more chances to do a thing that you might like. Obviously, yeah.
Yeah, and I appreciate it. Lady was great help yesterday because I was like, I don't even know what I'm doing.
Right.
I mean, I know
Yeah,
Diablo,
she's
but
played
they
this
changed
game.
a lot, right?
Yeah, and she's played this game way more than me.
Right. Yeah. No. I got that, and so it was helpful to see that, and it's allowing me now to have a better understanding. So now today I'm working on trying to theory craft some builds and options that I think is, awesome.
Yep.
Because I'm still kind of like, the best part of it is, like you said, co-op.
Yeah, and I think games like this, you can have fun just like being together with people and making the most of whatever there is there.
A la Chaos Bane.
Right.
At the end, we both were kind of done with it, but it was fun.
A lot longer than Chaos Bane.
Yeah.
In Chaos Bane, we were able to pretty much like do the thing pretty early on, like
Yeah.
really. In this game, you're not going to be able to do the thing quite as directly early on as that game.
Yeah, I
The damn
noticed.
hoist is stuck. We've got to go on foot.
But given that they've
Look
like,
out!
increased XP gain and stuff, look at that. That is so good. We should be able to get to a point where we can.
I'm kind of
do
feeling I
this
should go
now,
scythe
girl.
with you,
She
just so I
gave
can
it
be
to
up there
me
with
when I
you.
let her and her friend pass through.
I mean, it's something
It's
you
just-
could
it's just
entertain the
funny.
idea of.
Yeah. I'm not really bothered by it. It's just thoughts. However, a bloodcaster. Oh, there's that armor set here. I don't know how much you need the armor and stuff, but I figured I'd at least mention it because you never know if it's better gear.
Yeah, no, I appreciate you letting me know.
Keep close.
Same as I did last time, man. That's one thing you can always count on me. You know what? You know what's really... Before we press on, let's just pause for a minute. You know one thing that's really burning me on a lot of these games? I just realized this. I got ruined by good ones. I played Dungeon Siege. Dungeon Siege had a good story. It was a little bit light in some areas. Had good gameplay. But it flowed, it had purpose, it had reason. It wasn't like this long anecdotal story, but it had a story and a purpose, a reason you're doing things.
Yeah.
And not just the, they shoved poison petals in your throat, so now you gotta go do it. No. Like, hey, you raised me from a kid, they killed you, you're asking me as your last request to go tell them and warn them. I get there and I see it's a bigger problem, and they're like, we have no one to spare, we have to go get help. All right, I'll do it, right? It was story, it had purpose, it had reason, it had... I think that's part of it.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. Okay. Sorry, it just came to me and I'm like, wait a minute. So I wanted to share that with you because it just clicked a little bit. So that's part of it is I expect games like this to still have that level of story. And they don't. Like you said, they don't anymore because
Are too damn old.
People
Shaking like leaves.
Don't do that anymore.
So yeah, to some extent,
Dead end.
games like this are less intensely story focused because the wide audience for ARPGs
Are super casual.
is a gamer audience. They're there to smash things as hard and quick as possible.
Yep.
And that's fine, right? That's absolutely fine. But there are those of us that don't aren't quite the same. I need to retreat because you're over there. And we like different things. We don't just like smashing things constantly. Yeah, attack me. Smashing things is good, but it's not what we're here for. We're here to, I don't know the reason why we're here. I
Why
guess.
are we smashing things? Like, it kind of goes into the issue we had with the TTRPG stuff, right? With Kingmaker, we're like, but why? Why do we have to mercilessly kill everyone? Why isn't there any sort of care for one's life?
Yeah, and we changed that. We decided to change that.
But I'm saying I think this is the same kind of a deal where that's the case, right? And I'm not like trying to criticize or be mean, it's just I'm noticing that, like I talked about, part of my goal of playing more was to figure out what it is I do and don't care for it, so that I know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, so we're going to be fine. Alright, so I'm going to have a leap now. Hopefully I'll be able to do a little bit more damage and stuff. Wow, that's super long cooldown. Okay.
I mean, that is one of the problems of developing a character concept, is when you don't know what skills there are, and you don't know what the premise of the game is, and you don't know how things function, and, you know, all of that.
Yeah. So, this game, it does two things. So you can play this game kind of two major ways, and this is not the only ways, but this is like the two
What's special
major
about
ways.
this place
Two
anyway?
main.
You can take
What
this
would draw
game
Lilith here?
real slow. You can get
Hell if I
invested in the
know.
quests and the people,
Drama doesn't tell us anything.
and
No one goes
and
in,
you know,
nothing
go
comes
do
out.
all of the thought
That's
side
all.
things. Learn the world and the people, and just take it easy and not worry about what's later on until later on happens.
Right.
No lift.
That's
The
one
jam
way
must be deeper down.
kind of play this game. The other way is to
Locked.
zerg through
Over here.
as quickly as
I can squeeze
possible.
through to the other side.
Wait, hold on.
To get to the to a
there she
point
goes.
where you have
Enemies approaching. Nowhere to go.
huge amounts of power, like
Fight's coming to us this time.
power opportunity, and then do end game stuff with great efficiency, and not care about the world or the people or anything else, because it really, in the end, it doesn't. None of that stuff really matters. What matters is you're big and strong and you can clear waves of enemies super quick. And this game does both of those things. I personally find this game less entertaining
That
than
was
other titles
Quick thinking.
of the same genre.
Sure.
But I still can see that there is an opportunity to play this game for the story to a certain degree and still
Why
have
would your
some
mother
amount of entertainment value
like that?
She wouldn't.
in that, but I have to go into it
Shouldn't have.
with that mindset,
I'm sure
or
she had good reason.
Right.
it's probably gonna favor the other way because Murphy play the other way, which makes sense that it would favor the other way. So yeah, I have to go into it with that mindset and say, well, no, this is the way I'm gonna do that. and slightly adjust
Yep.
how I'm consuming it, right?
Yeah. And how you consume the thing matters, right? It's kind of like spicy peppers. People may enjoy them, but if you gorge yourself too much on them,
Damn minescaping.
you're going to be less pleased with the results. Right.
Yeah, I like this ability in this case where I can, in the middle of a whole bunch of things, take them off you.
Yeah, no, it's awesome.
But yeah, I think if we have this mindset of we can change the way that we consume this,
Yeah.
probably we're gonna have a better time.
Yep.
Typically. And yeah. At a certain point, obviously that might change, but I'm going into this as not even as a Diablo thing. I'm going into this saying I get time with my friend.
Yep.
Let's do a thing together.
Yep. I mean, that's kind of what we started with Chaos Bane, is like, if that's all we get, okay. That's the main goal of it.
And you'll know, like, if it's the type of game that you want to play after a few sessions of it, or at least have more of a concept than.
Yeah, and that's why I said I wanted to give it, you know, I was like, I need to give it, you know, 2 to 3 sessions.
Right, and
Because otherwise you don't know. Like, that was the thing yesterday, was kind of just, because I was trying to even figure out how the mechanics they had behind it, right? And if you don't know the mechanics, the basics of it, then you kind of are at a point, you're like, this is a thing, okay. Right?
yeah, and I would say in a game like this, not just this title, but potentially other titles too.
Oh, yeah.
Something that can happen is that you play a certain class or a certain style, and you don't necessarily vibe with what that's doing, and then something that can happen, not all the time, but something that can happen, is that you quit without seeing the thing that would have like really made you super excited and interested because it was on a different class that you didn't know, right? And other times you can play every single class and never get anything out of it
you're like, I'm
because
good.
you don't like the game.
Well, that's what we did with
So
Chaos
you-
Bane. We tried the different classes, and we're like, I tried all of them to like level 5. And then I was like, what style do you like? And I said, okay, well, I would suggest checking out these ones. And you're like, yeah, I like this one. But I mean, that's why I tried them out, to try to feel the different flavors of them and get the different feel for how they work. Because you never know. But if you don't like the character you're playing as, then you're going to enjoy the game less. So that's why
That's it.
it's good.
So that's why
I wish what they would
yeah.
do on games like this is, for the tutorial, before you ever start the actual game, they put you in a little sandbox where you're playing as that class at a few levels ahead,
What happened?
and you have free unlimited respecs and everything, and you can just wing it, have fun, and do whatever,
Okay.
right? So you get the full feel of that character, that class, whatever it is. And then you can decide, yes, that's the one for me, for the actual game. And you kind of know what you're getting into a little bit.
And you've done this section, yes?
Yes. I've gotten all the way
one
through
of
this
some
tomb.
Necro.
This is the last thing I did yesterday, was get all the way through this tomb.
So, yeah, I guess what I'm saying is that sometimes it's worth having a look at some of the other skills, one, and classes two, to see if maybe this style of game might not be the problem, but who you're on and what they can do might be the problem.
Yep.
She wasn't human.
And that's the thing. It's who you're on, what they can do. It's the story, and it's the game, the mechanics, and the play style. I think it's all three.
It is, and you're not going to know necessarily
The other
which
woman.
one is a problem.
Bernard.
What's the
Where is
issue?
she?
Yeah. And that's why when you asked, I'm like, I'm not 100% sure. I got some ideas, but not 100.
Let her deeper in.
I think part of what I like is it's grimdark
Give up, girl.
without the opposite side to the
She's
grimdark
lost.
that we talked about.
You must listen. Steve,
There's
Progression
no-
onwards, so you've got a leap over the chasm there.
Okay.
I'm done for.
There's no good per se, right?
Lilith can't be too far.
Yeah, so the good in Diablo is people who are eking out an existence and just like, yeah, doing their best to just survive. Stunt.
Mind races.
Blah 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 blah. We're only skipping, folks, because
We did this yesterday.
saw this yesterday, and so that's what's going on here. Normally we wouldn't do that, and as soon as we're up to a point where there's nothing that we've seen before, we will watch the things because they're worth watching.
Oh yeah, they are.
So
And I watched them all yesterday, like you said. Like, we absolutely did that.
man, that's so cool. Everyone attack me.
I didn't realize yesterday that I could even do the take none of them and get a bonus.
Right?
So I didn't even consider that option.
Yeah, and you don't know until you've played the game a little. What I will say is that there are some titles of ARPGs that do not necessarily exactly what you said, but do that idea a little bit better or more directed than what this game does that.
Yeah.
Because this game does say every choice matters, and so things cost quite a bit to choose out of them because every cost matters, every choice matters.
Yep.
Right? So I get why, but for someone who's new,
That's my point.
That's not. Yeah, it's a little bit.
And I'm not saying they had to do it all the time, but even if they made it where is a sandbox mode where you can just play around and figure out what you like, that way you could, figure it out, it would be worthwhile.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right,
I
can you...
hear.
When we're done here, I want to try changing some stuff up just to try something a little different. I know it's going to cost me a lot of money in the game, but I'm like, I don't care at this point. I want to... This has gotten me a better feel for this one and how it works. And I like it. It's been good. But I figured let's check out what the others do and see if there's something else that I want to go with.
Yep, fair. Absolutely fair. And, you don't need to apologize for trying things out, so...
Yep. I just wanted to tell you because I'm like, okay, I got the rhythm of this one. Let's see if the other rhythms, preferred or not. No longer a skeletal matrix. Increased damage to vulnerable, but no skeletal matrix essence regeneration.
I think we get our next shout.
Let's try that.
because we're doing.
There goes
this
another 1,000
character-
points. Yay.
Yeah. This character is all about a party experience. It's about being able to buff others, and probably, you know, not the best idea in this early stage because I'm not going to do as much personally. Like, damage is really not going to be there. But that's what I've decided to do, and so that's what we're going to do. So what did you change, and what...
I'm gonna go more melee focused now. I'm staying shadow damage, but I'm switching it up.
Going to the size side of the things.
I'm leaning more into the vulnerable and shadow damage and corpse farming.
Okay. Cool. Yep. So, without trying to advertise, what I will say is that I play a lot of ARPGs, and there are some of them that doesn't really cost anything to try out other skills, even in the middle of the game, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Doesn't cost money, or in-game money. I find personally that's a better model for me, being able to look at what skills are and be able to go, well, maybe I'm going to sacrifice, instead of money, I'm going to sacrifice my abilities with this skill in order to learn a different skill and try it out. And it's worth it just to see what this other skill does and see how this feels. And so I'm not constantly getting more and more and more and more and more cost. I'm just sacrificing a little bit of personal power to try out different things. And I prefer that because I like to see what there is out there. In other games too, the keywords of what skills do often matters more than in this game. So that something like Last Epoch, where you've got skills that have keywords and items that have the same keywords, you can say, I want this keyword, and you can aim at that in your items and in your skills. And therefore, you can go toward the thing that you're trying to do because both your skills and your items have those things, and you can put new keywords onto items in order to have them have the keyword that you want, which allows you to, again, focus on the things that you want to do. A little bit easier, a little bit quicker than this game, where a lot of the power comes through random drop chance that you might get this item that has this benefit for this thing, and that's great. What's good about this game is that you can disenchant those powers and put them onto other things, which is great. It's good. I'm glad that they've done that. But it's a little more clunky or a little less efficient because they want people to play for longer. And the way that they do that is random drop chance and having those things be more desirable and more whatever than some of these other games. And both of those models are, again, totally fine. Different people like different things. A lot of people love the idea that they could be farming for hundreds of hours and never get the thing that they wanted to do, so that when they finally do get the thing that they wanted to do, it feels amazing because I just spent 200 hours doing that. I'm not one of those people. I want my time to be valuable. Like, my time is valuable. I want my time to be honored, I guess, is the word. And it doesn't feel like that's happening so much in a game like this. But having said that, when I'm playing with someone else, my time is honored because I'm having time with my friend, and that's more important. Alright, well, how are you going there?
Alright. I just need to deal with my skeletons, which I'm going to go ahead and part with them. Increase my shadow damage. Just to try it out.
Yep. Alright.
May have been a terrible choice, who knows?
Your skeletons, make sure that you have also parted from the thing that makes your skeleton stronger.
I did. That was part of the respec.
Excellent. Just wanted to put that out there in case you're like,
ooh,
have
yeah.
4 points or so spent in a thing that makes a thing that you're not using stronger.
Yeah, that was part of the respec, because I wanted to see how it works. So I'm doing this skill now. You went through.
I did
I'll
go
come through and then I'll show you. Exactly. First time, yes, error it is.
Oh. Righto.
And then, of course, you know.
That's cool.
So curious. You are.
Alright. Alright, so that one increases our damage, which is nice. So I've now got 3 chaps. All of them do slightly different things. I don't know which way we're going.
I don't know, I'm following you now. I'm letting you lead this part.
Attack me. Yes. Yeah, I feel like my damage is very low right now, but that's okay. We are in tier 2, which we can change at any time. Get more damage too. Let's do all the shouts together. So yeah, if you're not liking how long it takes to kill things, we can change
That's
down
fine.
to
They're not
1.
going that fast. They're not taking that long.
I'm just saying.
Yep,
It's
no, I
just a
appreciate
general.
it. Yep.
The tiers really do matter in this game. Like they significantly change things. So yeah, this one technically, right?
I will
each
admit,
kill,
that is pretty cool.
each
Each kill what?
gives you more experience in the higher difficulties. However, things take longer to kill. So sometimes it's actually
worth it.
better to go to the lower difficulty. But like if you're not killing things quickly enough, we're not really worried about that right now. But again, if it feels too bad,
I will
and
admit, that is a
taking
pretty
too
cool
long-
skill. Have you seen that?
Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty awesome.
Exciting.
Yeah, it's like an image of yourself kind
Yeah.
of thing. Yeah.
It's a specter form of myself that goes out.
Oh, I like it. That's cool. And I ended up going with Barbarian. Typically, like I haven't really moved anything for one, and two, I wanted to do a thing where I was buffering, where I could affect not just myself.
You know, that's another part. miss the old school Diablo, like original Diablo classes. Because it got rid of all of the original classes.
What about them do you miss, do you think?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. It's, you know, that whole thinking about things and trying to figure things out, right? The introspection of self.
Looks like we're going.
You know, I think it's that I'm not as in love and favor with the barbarian and like all these like it's almost more tribal than civilized. And this ones that they had in 1 were more like civilized, right? Like a trained knight. The rogue's always been there, so I mean that's because you always have a rogue. They just portrayed them as more civilized instead of like raging wild barbarian kind of stuff, right? You had an actual trained like knight.
Okay. So there's something about.
Well, I think what it was is the whole you're fighting darkness, trying to keep it at bay, right? So that's the whole thing of like the paladins and stuff, right? Like you're the bright light in the darkness. You're the bulwark against the evils instead of just there. So I think it's more, it leads into that whole good versus evil more, right? What is a barbarian? Interesting error, if you would like. It's that whole, like, what does the barbarian care about? The good or evil, right? They tend to be portrayed more as just wild, raging for the sake of raging.
I mean, it's all about how you
A
play
lot of
that
it is
as
skinning,
well.
but it's also the skills they give them, right? Like even in 2, think about, you played 2. I don't think you said you played 1, but you said you played 2. What were the classes in 2?
Oh, there was a whole bunch in 2. But yeah, so initially we had Paladin, Sorcerer, we had Paladin, Sorcerer, there was the Barbarian there, we had, later on there was Assassin, there was Druid, there was Amazon, there was Masa.
And see, so they started introducing some of the more like chaos tribal sorts there than even the first game.
Does Lilith know
But they
we're coming?
initially came out with, like you said, the Paladin and the Holy Orders and stuff like that. So I think that may be part of what I miss is just the whole focus on players are the good guys and you're supposed to be the good guys and you need to focus on doing good.
So we have to kill these Hellbinders. Yeah, so I think in any case, the world is affected. And I think if you consider that the world is affected first in a game like this, and that the people in the world are therefore affected, it doesn't matter that someone hasn't been trained by a holy order. They want to save their world.
You've mastered your fear.
Yeah, I get that.
But
And, you know, their power comes from different things.
It's that it's missing that nostalgia feel that I kind of would prefer from a game that is tied, right? So it's lacking some of that nostalgia feel that it could otherwise have, I think is part of it, right? So I'm not criticizing them for doing it, per se. I'm just saying, like, I think that maybe part of it is it doesn't have that nostalgia feel that I kind of wish it had.
Yeah, there could be a number of reasons for you not having the nostalgia that you would have preferred. Part of it might be that the classes are named different, but I'm not sure that the name of the class...
No, it's not the name of the class. It's more how they play and what they are. Like, even their outfits, how they are dressed is different.
Yeah, so, I mean, games as a whole have gotten more bombastic in their outfitting because people pay for that. People like shiny skins, apparently. So companies are doing that because that's what people like.
Interesting. All right, how much money do I have left? Because you know it's about to happen. Don't tell me you don't.
Try more things?
Yeah, I'm gonna try the other one.
Okay.
Because I'm like, why not? Why not see what we feel, right?
Okay.
Because I'm just trying to see how each plays, how each feels, so I can get a better feel for the things and decide what feels good. I figured you'd get it.
I get it. It's not the easiest thing in this game, unfortunately. But, you know, while you can do it, let's do it.
Yep, it's definitely not easy because I am literally burning through all of the money. Hey Tex, how you doing? Yeah. You know, you gotta pivot when life throws you lemons, right? Otherwise it'll hit you in the face, and that, man, lemon juice in the eyes does not feel good. $54 intelligence. Does anything give me more intelligence? That is one thing I did figure out, that I kind of needed intelligence, so
Yeah,
get that
you
at
definitely,
least.
your main stat is definitely important.
This has actually been kind of fun. It's interesting to play without any skeletons because I have to change up the style, right? And that's part of why I went all melee, heavy focused on it. Because I was like, how does that work? That's been interesting. Now I'm gonna go the vampire mode.
Go for blood. Blood should feel a little tankier. Not that that's a problem right now, but
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm probably only not doing that because my process with this game has had to change to have me enjoy it.
Yep.
So I was saying this in text earlier, but I'll say this now verbally because it helps people understand where I'm at. For me, because the respecs of the game are fairly expensive and I don't love that, what I have done to help myself is go to a skill calculator online, not a build guide, to a skill calculator. And what a skill calculator is a place where you can pop in the skills of what your character might do and see what the bonuses are in them. You can't see how they feel in game. You can't like assess the area or the weight or the, I don't know, anything like that, but you can sort of see what the bonuses are, like what sort of thing, and it helps me to sort of go, okay, if I went this way, what would happen? And I can follow the chain and see what that's likely to do, and then translate that to, okay, that sounds like something that interests me, so I'm going to go and then try that whole chain out rather than one kind of thing at a time. And I'll try the chain out and maybe it'll be terrible. And I'll go, okay, obviously that's not going to work, and then have a look at a different chain. But that's helped me with this game more than other games. I don't like that I've had to go to a website to like figure that stuff out, but for me that's better than being in game and trying to go through the things in game. Whereas something like Last Epoch, which is a game I prefer over this, I feel in that game totally different to how I do in this game. I feel like in that game I can change the skills whenever I want and not have the cost, learn what they are and see their keywords and build to those keywords, and and I don't need to go anywhere else. I can just do it in game. I can find a thing and be like, oh, that's got this keyword. I'm doing that keyword, or I could do that keyword. Let's try that keyword out, and then I can work on getting stuff for that. And so I don't feel like I have to go anywhere else. I don't feel like, you know, I have to sit there and plan. So it's a very different experience. It might not be better or worse or whatever for everyone. It's better for me, personally, that way. But that doesn't make it better for everyone.
Yep. All right. I'm ready.
All right, let's go.
Those of you watching, thanks for your patience as I fiddle with things. I'm just trying to get a feel for the game as we talked about. Dude, can you get the blood orbs, or am I the only one that does?
No, you are the one that gets that. They're your resource.
Yeah, this is definitely like vampire style.
Well, yeah, that might feel really cool. And you might go, you know what? I'm in. I don't know. wherever you are, wherever you come out, or you decide that you like it, or
Well, I like
decide you
that.
like.
I like it better to have some flavor instead of all over the board. I am realizing that.
Okay. Yeah. So these are the things. When things have a theme, I'm enjoying it more. That's a good thing to learn.
I'm realizing that. Yeah. But see, that's the thing. Like, how often is that the case?
In this game, theme does seem to synergize most of the time, I think. So I think you'll not only just feel that now.
Yeah.
I could be wrong, but I feel like that's.
Yeah, like, look at that.
Like
Just
that's
everyone's just dying. Like,
Yeah, that
and
was
it's all blood related, so it absolutely looks the whole, vampire blood magic stuff, right?
That's cool, man. Yeah, so for me, DM, just so that you're aware, we're getting to the point now where probably it's taking a little long to kill normal things. Like some of these
Some of them
things
are taking
fine,
a
and then
little bit, yeah.
this was fine, like the Kasha was fine, like that's cool. I'm probably more okay with it when it's a thing that is obviously meant to be big, right? If it's meant to be big, I'm more okay with it, that it's taking a while. If it's like just like the standard nuke, that doesn't feel as good.
Yep, I hear it. Okay. So I'm getting how this one works.
Yeah, that
Oh,
wave
wait, I'm
is
sorry.
brutal, man. That's,
Oh, man. It's just like, well, there was stuff there.
how often can you do that?
It's like every 60 seconds.
Okay, so it's pretty spread out.
But I mean, I also get some cooldown reductions based on hitting people with blood magic and cursed.
Nice. Cool, man.
I gotta remember to grab my blood orbs too, but I keep not moving. So this build would actually do better if I paid attention and moved around more. I got the blood orbs and stuff because they do that. I mean, like, look at that. That guy was unharmed. Just so it's 50 something seconds. But still, I mean,
That's cool.
it's
If you're enjoying it, that's what we're here for, right? We're here for
definitely working
enjoyment.
out. I'm not sure if I like this or the scythe more. I kind of like the ranged shadow because you're doing a lot more debuffing and it almost feels more like a party skill.
Yeah, that's why I ended up going with this, because I felt like I could do more party skill things. Alright,
So
we got...
if you, did you see the game I mentioned, Dawn of Defiance?
I don't know anything about that game.
It's a Grecian survival. So it's set in kind of like ancient Greece setting. And you are doing the standard survival stuff where you start off with like nothing and you build your way up. But there's a bit of a Grecian
Looks like the
mythology
same kind of
demigod
magic
kind
as
of
before.
aspect to it, where you get some special
I think I can
powers.
dispel it.
If that sounds like something you'd like, it sounds like Tex is up for doing that one sometime soon. So we'll probably be doing that.
Yeah, I don't know. There are some survival games that I've quite liked, others not, so it's like a crapshoot. Like it could go either way.
Yeah. If you want me to show you, we can absolutely pull it up sometime and show you.
I love being able to pull those things off you, man. That feels really good.
That's been fun. Blood is definitely tankier.
Yeah, I thought it would be, but like sometimes when you look at things on
because-
paper, they
hey,
seem a
lady.
certain way.
Yeah, well, they have a lot of ways of regenning and boosting their health and boosting damage while their health is up and everything like that.
Yeah.
However, that scything stuff was a lot of fun too, so I'm kind of like, Lady, we're wasting lots of money.
You're wasting lots of money. I'm
Okay,
not wasting
I'm wasting
any.
lots of money.
Priest. He must be from the escort. There she is.
It's been worthwhile though, because
Respecting.
you've learned a lot about
Mother,
what you like
Mira.
and about what feels good and about
you're
why
just in
and,
time. Beyond
and how
this
that
lake
it's actually
lies
working,
the
so that you
necropolis
can
of
sort
the
of see how the
firstborn.
pieces get put
A
together.
trove of
And that's
magic
the whole.
and not.
That's how I like to.
Look at
If
the
I,
gifts she's
not that I'm
given me.
teaching here, but if
No.
I'm going to introduce someone to a game, that's how I like to do it. Like allow you to see how it works, so that you can make your decisions rather than making my decisions or me making your decisions. I don't want to do that. I want to just help you.
And so the other ones you have to build a corpse to do stuff. With the blood, you actually create blood orbs every so often just by attacking. Enough. Wow, it didn't do nearly as much as it did before. I did the blood wave. Oh, you're still in chat with her.
Yeah, sorry.
Oh no, you're fine. Enjoy it, dude.
I'm sitting there just
I'm low on essence.
Hey, look, she can't hurt me.
Mother, no! You won't take what's mine.
You can't hurt her. Found that out yesterday when I tried.
Can you hear me?
Hey,
yeah.
Oh, good lord. I just woke up and I was eating chili cheese Fritos and my eye itched and I went to itch it and now I have chili powder in my eye.
don't do that. I had used cayenne pepper on the squirrels in the attic. And then the wind blew and blew it in my eyes and face.
Don't do
You ever
that.
had cayenne pepper blown in your face?
No, I don't plan on ever doing
It's
that.
painful.
Okay.
We need to smoke it, otherwise we're gonna die.
I need more essence.
I actually think we're not gonna get through this on tier 2.
I'm coming right now. You guys do fine.
Have you used your health potions?
I'll use 2 of them.
I'm just asking because I haven't.
There's no.
I haven't used any health potions.
Oh, what were you respecting?
My class. Just trying the different skills out, seeing what we thought of.
Okay. Oh, that's fine. I was just curious.
Trying to get a feel for the other things that are, you know, available as options.
Right. Go get Reese.
And so, disappointingly, they won't let you just, you know, do it for free, but I wanted to at least see what the different skills were like, and I wish they did, because it was nice to be able to actually try them instead of not.
That's been an issue. So, that's been kind of an issue because there are other things that are missing as far as us being able to respec those, but later in the game, money is not an issue. So, like, when you get level 50, say, which is when you're done with your skills and start moving into paragons, respecting will be expensive, but it won't feel like it because you'll have plenty of money doing it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now, respecting your Paragon Lords, that's a whole freaking different story. But you can actually get something called Amnesia paper. I can't remember what it's called. It's Amnesia Scrolls. And that'll completely wipe everything for you. But they're very rare.
Trying to take down the big Diablo rank guy.
Alright, I'm in. Thanks for the invite.
I'm not ready yet.
Yeah.
Or I can. Yeah.
I'm gonna die, so it's alright.
You got health potions?
No, I'm out of health potions.
Okay.
Like I said, this is too difficult for me.
Okay.
We're at that point now where probably tier 2 is not feasible.
Oh, it's so weird playing without them.
No, I got interrupted. Hey, welcome back.
Yeah.
I didn't want you to sit that battle out.
We should be focusing the same ones, by the way.
That would be smart.
We've already beat her on tier 2 once.
Yeah, we did. We were...
I'm out of essence.
a little bit differently built than we are now. And he's lower level than we were at the time that we did it.
Yes, I noticed that.
She's down.
Thumbs down.
I think we got one left. So, for this fight, it absolutely would have been better to have had the minions. They made a huge difference last time.
Honestly, having your minions
were protecting me.
really probably the best
I don't
build
want
at the
to
beginning
hate
of the
you.
game.
Oh yeah, no. I don't disagree. The whole point was to test it out and figure out how different things worked.
Oh. Sorry, my eye's still recovering.
No kidding.
I did have one eye.
Leave her in the dungeon. Because you can't just teleport out yourself, right?
Anything you can do.
Yeah, you can definitely still come. Oh, you left me in the dungeon?
No, I meant we left Lady in the dungeon.
I mean, she can just teleport.
I know, that's what I was
No.
saying. That's why I was joking about it, because it's not like she can, you know, just teleport like everyone else just
Oh, you're
did.
playing it. Barb?
Yeah. Matt is playing a barbarian. He's playing a buff barb.
Thorn? Play a thorn build, that'd be funny. Thorn the thorn.
I am not playing a build. Not at least in the traditional sense.
Well, there's no builds at the beginning of the game, it was just a joke. You do this. That. I'm gonna get some more firepower. That'll work.
Okay. I think I'm about to waste some more money.
Resource.
Okay.
Need something for it?
Resource. No, that one. That one.
Yeah, that was fun. It gave me a feel for the different skills and how they actually work and the different styles of skills.
Alright, then.
Power-wise, Blood definitely has more. Absolutely.
Blood has a ton of power.
Hmm?
The blood has a lot of power.
Yeah.
And necromancers are the only ones who use blood magic.
Yeah. And that's what I was noticing. Like, blood is definitely a powerful magic. I think flavor-wise, I like either going with the Reap or either the melee or ranged darkness. Just because that was... I could hang back a little bit more and do more spell casting. With the blood, I had to keep generating more than with the others, even with the boosts that I had. And I think I do like having the skellies of one sort or another because they definitely help.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to decide which route I want to go with that.
You know what? Guys, but it is.
You mentioned, Lady, that you like the cold mages best. Why is that? Is that because they give vulnerable?
They get vulnerable, but they can also chill and freeze the enemies.
Okay. What is it that Bone and Shadow do?
Bone is like physical damage, Shadow is shadow damage. So
Okay.
there's 5 types. Think of Shadow as like arcane. So you have fire, ice, lightning, shadow, poisons, and then physical. Those are the 6 types of damage in the game.
Okay.
The elemental ones kind of speak for themselves. Shadow is arcane. Poison is obviously more of a dot damage, but definitely powerful. I'm using a poison arrow on my chick right now. But,
Hey,
and then
2,000
physical-
monies. Bye-bye.
Physical damage. Here. Where are you? You're in the...
By the portal. I'm right by the portals. I can teleport to you.
No, I'm right next to you. I just have to be right next to you to...
What would be good is, I don't know if there is a place where you can see this in game, but if you could actually see what the actual minion abilities were, like
Thank you.
if you could see that it was like
Just lock it in.
does
Thank you.
X amount of thing.
Where's
this.
Matt? Because I'll give him the same.
Lady's making it so we can respect our heart's delight.
Yes, I'm gonna give you money.
She
I don't need
gave
money.
plenty of money to respect to heart's delight.
I see you
plenty
have
of
an
money to
eye
give
for
too, so don't think that
quality.
this is harming me at all.
You'll find no finer gem cutter in all of
Because
Sanctuary.
I don't have access to Appleton anymore to get my money.
Hewn stones and I will perform miracles. You will
There you
see.
go. Each got 5 million gold.
Yeah, that'll be
That's
plenty to
fine.
respect.
That'll be a nice little nest egg for you.
Precious stones to catch the
But I mean, I
light.
could
Come and see.
tomorrow or something when we're not playing this, or tonight after you guys go to bed, I can log into my sorcerer and make 50 million in a heartbeat. So.
Wow.
Money doesn't need to be an issue.
Well, I mean, for me it is at this early on, but
Well, yeah, not anymore.
not that big. Yeah, not anymore. What is this sealed exorcist cache? It's in the quest. Oh, it's a quest item. Never mind. I can weed. I can weed.
So
Oh
it's,
man.
it should be teaching you tempering, I think. But I don't know if you have any manuals yet.
I had 2 that I've gotten.
Well, I can't afford it just at the moment.
Father bless.
You click on the
What do you need?
blacksmith. There's actually 4 options up
Tempering.
there. Tempering is. Put a
Yeah,
piece of
you need the materials.
Yeah, it costs materials for tempering. Well, but if you have like a really good piece of yellow gear that you think you're going to be wearing for a while, you can temper an extra affix onto it.
Alright, so was that the last story thing that you did, DM? Last
Yes,
time?
I have not gone beyond that. Okay, it says that I have a offensive and defensive option.
Yeah.
But what can I put defensive on? Because I've tried a whole bunch of different things and they keep saying that I can only do offensive.
Defense goes on helmet, chest, pants, and then
Okay.
your amulet you can put almost anything on except for weapon skills. But you usually want to save that for something not defense.
So
because
it
you
says
can
I
put
need
anything.
veiled crystals and rawhide. Is it worth doing for that?
Yes, I mean, it's an incredibly powerful buff. I mean,
Okay.
I just did mine. Okay, there in the game chat, I just put a link to my necklace on it. If you click on it, you can see that I tempered it with 52% damage to close enemies.
Oh, nice.
Now, yours
Okay.
won't be as powerful because you're just collecting the manuals, and I already have all the legendary manuals. But
Right.
you can at least see how tempering is definitely a very powerful option.
Yeah. So does it replace what was on there? I thought it added
Nope.
it, not it replaced it.
It just adds it.
Okay.
To replace the affix happens at the occultist, so we haven't unlocked her yet. But you do have the option of replacing up one aspect as well. However, it can't be a tempered aspect. That's cheated.
Okay.
And Diablo, Blizzard kind of made a mistake at the beginning of this season because we're supposed to have to farm our manuals every season, and they screwed up and started the season. So if you already had all your manuals last season, you still had them again this season. And it made leveling really ridiculous for a lot of people. Because you're just way overpowered.
Yeah.
But that is not anything you guys need to worry about because they've already said they're never doing that again. That was a mistake.
I lack the materials.
Regardless, I would have all my manuals by now anyway, because I have level 100 characters, so.
Again, this is Blizzard communicating something in their design. And what they're communicating is, we want you to get to max level so that you can do the max things.
I cannot.
That's not necessarily how everyone likes to play, but that's what they're communicating in their design.
And they like things being their way, and they want people to play a lot because time is money, and they're trying to take it all.
It wasn't Blizzard's decision at all. Blizzard wanted us to do all of this stuff every single season at the beginning of it, and the fans rioted. I mean, people stopped playing. Diablo had a terrible season 1 because of all of the things they were making us redo. And
oh yeah, like I don't mean repeated stuff, right? So obviously there's a bunch of things that having to repeat every single time absolutely sucks.
I mean,
but yeah.
If you look at their forum archives, people were just enraged with how long it took to level, how long it took to get certain things. And really, it's a lot of players just being spoiled from playing 12 years of Diablo 3 and the power creep that took place during that time.
Yeah.
They come into Diablo 4 and they're like, how come I can't do anything? Well, because it's a brand new game, dummy. But they didn't settle for that. They complained until they got their way.
Wait a minute. Skeletal priests healing? I don't have any skeletal priests. There is no skeletal priest. What is that?
Your skeletal priests are, I believe, your mages.
But under mage, there is no priest. There's shadow, cold, and bone. None of them say
the
skeletal
ones,
priest.
The bone ones have you upgraded. Yeah, so the bone ones have that later on. It looks like there's not really good information, right? So
no, there's not.
That's that there is. There really should be a place in game that says at this level.
Even if you moused over and you could click the thing, because it was linked, right? Like we've seen that in other games where you mouse over, it pops up, and then you can go into that pop-up and click the thing to get over to it and see what it is. I've never seen anywhere else mention skeletal priests, and now they're just mentioning it like everyone knows where it is and what it is.
Yep.
Well,
It's
that's
first I've heard of it.
Well, tempering is new. It just came out last season.
I'm not meaning tempering. I'm looking at my skills now. I was looking at my skill and it says skeletal priest. But there's no skeletal priest that I've seen.
So when you you think this is
Okay, I have the necromancer
right here.
quest to get the golem. So I would like to do that if you guys are good with that.
you have the quest to do that now?
Yeah, I just got it.
Okay. Yeah, you definitely want to do that now then. Where does it say you need to go?
That's a good question. I didn't see that because I didn't look there.
I've got some info for you. All right. So
Sure.
This is from the internet. And again, I hate that you have to go to the internet to find shit, but it is what it is. So it says you cannot obtain skeletal
Northwest.
priest until you have unlocked the skeletal mages at level 15. Once you've unlocked the skeletal mages at level 15, you'll have the ability to summon skeletal priests, but not in the way you think. The skeletal priest comes out when you try to summon a new skeleton after your army is already full.
Yeah, the skeletal priest comes out and buffs your party.
Okay? So it's not an
Okay,
individual extra summon, it's a thing that you
That
need
was not
all
clear.
of your... No, that's
Thank
what I'm
you.
saying. The information is not there. You have to go elsewhere to find it. I hate that, but it is what it is.
A lot of the skills, including I think the skeletal priests, have been changed or modified since launch over a year ago. So there isn't a lot of information if it's something new, because that would be in patch notes, not in the game itself.
Yeah, but that's a mistake. Like, if you want players, this is a thing that I don't like about Diablo 4, and
Yeah,
typically
Blizzard.
about Blizzard, because their communication is very poor. You need information to tell players what their abilities do, like, and a lot of that isn't in the game. You have to go outside of the game to find it. I don't like that. It's not something that I've ever liked. I want all the information of everything in the game. I want, I don't know, a game guide that I can type in a keyword like
Which game was
skeletal
it that we
priest
recently
into
did?
into a search in game, and it tells me everything I need to know about it, or something
Watch
like
out. Sorry, I was talking to my cat.
It's all right. There's. I'm trying to remember which game it was, but there was one that you even had to mouse over it for a bit, and then it popped up and you could go to it. But I like when they have things linked in there, where you can be like, okay, well, what is it? Oh, that. Okay, so I just need to click that. Okay, so that's how that works. Instead of. And here
Well,
it's
there
just
is a
like.
guide in your escape menu.
Yeah, but this doesn't tell you anything.
Where's my search?
And if you think it's annoying,
Where's my search
and
in
you
here?
have to stay away from
Okay.
PoE, because they don't tell you anything in PoE. And
Abilities. Summoning. Level unlock more minions, types, and abilities. That doesn't help me.
Yeah, no.
Well, to get your golem, go to get your golem.
Yeah, let's go do that. Matt,
Codex of Power. No, that's not what I want. Codex of Powers.
since you saw them, did you think
Okay
the
with
Scythe or the Link channel was more interesting to watch?
No idea.
Oh no, I'm still on the leveling.
I don't think it should be about what's interesting to watch. I think it should be about what feels good to play.
Oh, they both
I
felt
agree.
good. That's why I'm asking. They both felt good. That's why I'm asking. I liked them both slightly
no
differently.
idea. I don't. Yeah, I think probably people will have differences of opinion based on what it is that they like to see. I don't think this is something that's universal.
Okay.
Or
Definitely enjoyed the Scythe. And you have to get close. Which then damaged. I think I'm gonna go decompose.
Class, not a very in-depth explanation, mind you, of how necromancer works, but poems of the underworld. That's what you're doing. Priority quest in Diablo 4.
Yeah, the fact you have to search through bloody online situations to figure out what it is you have to do is ridiculous to me. Anyway.
It's all good. I'm getting it done. Thank you for your...
Sarcova Path. Fractured.
Well, there should be... You should have... is it?
Too great, because you have to target.
So yeah, if you go to journal, there should be 4 tabs, right? There should be side quests, priority quests, campaign quests, or 3, yeah. If you go to priority quests, which is the middle one, the one with the little light blue, all of your class quests probably should be there. Like I've got one called Masters of Battle.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure for yours we have to go to Edward.
But yeah, hopefully it's in your priority quests, and once you've clicked on it, it should show you where it is.
Yeah, I found where it was. It's northwest of here. It's actually northwest a little bit of May. What's that town that we went to the northwest? Ministad. Thank you. It's just a little northwest of that, so we can teleport there, except I don't think Matt can teleport there, so we'll need to walk.
He can... Okay, so what Matt can do is you can teleport there, and then in town, here in Kiobashed, if you go over to the waypoint right now, you'll see 3 portals open. They're one of each of ours. Instead of going through his own portal, he can port to us by clicking on one of our portals. So it'll take him straight to Metastad, and then he can unlock the waypoint too for himself. So like I'm in Metastad right now. If Matt were to click on the sandy colored port in town, which is me, he would be taken straight to Metastad 2, and then it would unlock the waypoint for him as well.
Cool. So we will go there and do that. And that is just to the northwest.
It's weird, it shows me all my waypoints, but none of them. Okay.
Alright, does it show you when I have... Because I have it currently selected, does it show you that or not?
No, but if you dropped a pin on the map...
Yep, that's what I'm about to do.
Okay.
I just was asking, and then that was my plan. Next.
Okay. We follow the yellow line now.
Follow the yellow brick road.
Exactly.
Follow the yellow brick road.
Watch out for those flying nipples.
Unfortunately, I never actually learned the lyrics of all of that. Because there's some great tongue twisters in there.
Yeah. For some reason, I'm not worried about respecking costs right now. I'm not sure what happened.
For some reason, I'm still backtracking to pick up food with a slurry though. I think you have to pray to this shrine.
Yep. Shrine of Rathma. Aw, man, why does it have to be Rathma? I don't like him.
Rathma is the first
I've waited
necromancer.
for you.
You're getting his power.
Okay.
And actually, there's nothing to dislike about Rathma.
Oh, you...
Alright, continues. Rathma was the only
One who's devoted his entire
this is
existence
Maltaurus.
to preserving the
Maltaurus.
lessons of Rathma, our first and greatest necromancer. I've heard the spirits whispering of you. They say you're a true friend of death and the shadows.
Right.
Worthy of his greatest teaching. Rathma understood death was a transformation, not an end. He saw the potential
I
for
can do a witch
transformation
pretty damn
in all
well.
things. From a pile of bones
My
with
grandson
merely a
tells me that
spark
I
of
laugh like
lingering
a witch,
life,
but don't look
to a
like one.
cartload
hear
of
it.
raw iron, born of the dead earth. From Rathma's theories rose the golems.
You gotta be as funny
It's
as
time I
he
pass you
is.
this final secret and induct you
Not a
into the
chance.
ranks of Rathma's
It's
people.
impossible.
There isn't a chance.
You
He's
will
like
need to
literally the
collect
funniest thing I've
unbroken
ever met
bones
in my
to
life.
form
No,
the
the
body
problem
of
is
your golem.
there's a
Afterwards, I
emotional
will instruct you
connection
further.
that no one else has to have the bonus to human that he does.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Collect unbroken bones.
Sweet.
He said the
Well-
funniest thing today. His mom was over and he's telling me that you kids still hate each other. And I go, oh, that's adorable. You guys hate each other? And Flora goes, I don't hate him. And he goes, I don't hate her either. I just wish I didn't have a sister.
Wow.
It was so funny. Yeah, I'll get used to it. You're 4, buddy.
Right? Alright, we got half of them.
You're gonna feel that way a whole lot stronger when you guys are teenagers. Trust me.
Right. Wait till you're older. Luckily, we haven't gotten there with our kids. They at least usually like each other.
This week was just awful, and I think it's because Flora starts school next week and knows it, so she was just in a terrible mood all week.
Well, I got all of them dead that are marked on the map. Do they respawn for me?
It'll just be skeletons, probably.
Okay, because the mission is marked here, but there's no more red marks. The ones to
it'll probably
hunt.
just be
Oh, no,
marked
they just
there
respawned.
because- Sometimes, yeah, it's hard to know.
Yep, it's all good, man. I just saw them respawn, so that's why I said something.
There's more.
Very good. These will do. You'll need
How many
the
are you
essence
supposed
of
to kill?
life, a
We got it.
spirit to transform your golem. There is a vile
head.
artifact buried in a
We get it.
hillside not far
He's
from
talking
you.
right now.
Its purpose is to trap lost souls, leeching magic from them.
Alright. That's fine.
Free those souls, and perhaps
We have to go free
they'll
some
help
trapped
you in
souls
return.
and see if the souls will help us.
Amazing.
So now we gotta go. Where is it? Oh, a good way south. Why is it not marking? Did it mark? It did. Okay. It was in
Yeah, that's
apparently
nice.
an explored portion of the map to me, so it wasn't showing the line where I was looking.
Do the stronghold and all right now. So in each region, there's 3 strongholds. The strongholds are like, once you defeat them, it can unlock a city or unlocks a new area. So some of them have waypoints that you're unlocking and stuff. But more importantly, they're worth 100 for now. when you defeat them. And if they have a waypoint, 120. If you get the 20 for the waypoint also.
Kind of enjoying this. I didn't get the other skill I wanted. This is going pretty cool. Oh, that hurt.
I hate those. Those energy storms feeling brutal. Oh my goodness, move.
Okay, there we go. That was interesting.
That was just another one of the mini events. There's
I
almost
gather.
scores.
So what are these wood wraiths? I hadn't seen them before.
The walking trees.
Yeah.
Just killed them.
Okay, we done killing things? Come on.
Never.
Yes.
Not in this game. There's always something more to kill.
I was gonna say, you're gonna... I told you yesterday, it's impossible to clear a map because it's a shared open world. They're always gonna be respawning.
Oh, all the skeletons went running off is more what I was referring to. They're all just like, later. Kind of enjoying this slimy guck shot that you have as damage over time. And mixed by minions, do more damage. It's definitely going better with minions than without.
There it is.
The combo we had going yesterday with my arrows and your decrepify was pretty good too.
Yeah. Alright, so this is the one I have to go in. Nice hat, Matt.
Well, you disappeared and we can't follow you. You're
Oh,
on
you
your
can't
own.
go in the cave?
What cave? We don't even see a cave.
Okay. See, I don't know this.
It's your class quest, so I'm not surprised that some of that has to be done just by your class. Because we're not necromancers, we can't go there.
I do like that they made it interesting enough where you could have, you know, 3 necromancers in the party and it not be, you know, everyone's the same.
No, there's definitely plenty of variety in all of the builds, actually. Because, I mean, I can be a rogue and never fire a single arrow, even when I'm carrying the bow everywhere I go. Because I also have 2 knives, and there's builds for those knives as well.
So I found out part of what I like better about this, what do you call this one? Light spell over the other curse that I was using. I can see when it's there and when it's not. The other one just puts a sigil on the ground and then it disappears, and you don't necessarily know how long they were cursed for. So I don't know when I need to recast it. This one I can see that there's not the blight there.
The telegraph is better.
Yeah.
We are ready. Repeat after me. Spirits, I offer you this vessel. Protect us, so we may protect the balance.
Spirits,
Whoops. Okay. New summon Golem.
There you go.
Oh, sure.
Oh, dude.
Oh, no, I might be able to that.
I might respec and ditch the other skellies.
He's just like, Gollum is my shit, man.
No, Golem and skeletons and skeletal mages, you can have them all active at the same
Oh, I know you can.
time. Trust
I'm coming
me,
out.
It makes for some great cinematics when they all get going, too.
Where's... Oh, Matt's back over there. I was going to show him.
I can see it. I've got your streamer.
He's a he looks like a dreadnought as part of it. He reminds me of the Chaos Dreadnought.
Where's Matt going?
I was just gonna go down to the next town thingy while he was doing that.
Sure,
But we
go for it, man.
Decide what's next.
Well,
So-
we're right by a stronghold. If we want to do the stronghold.
That's fine. Matt, you want to do a stronghold?
I have no idea.
Like, look at that. That's so cool. I can have him jump
need more
around.
time.
The other guys, they can't jump around.
It might be kind
just-
of low level for it. Oh, I guess
Okay.
not. Matt is, but you and I are. Every stronghold does include a boss encounter at the end of it, though.
Oh, I only have the the bone golem. Then you get blood and iron?
Yeah,
Dude.
and that's just leveling up. You don't have to like work hard
Yeah,
for it.
the bone one that sheds corpses is so good, man.
Except I don't have a lot of corpse consumption things right now. But yeah, that is pretty cool.
Your
It just means
tendrils,
that you can
Oh, you're not-
constantly summon stuff.
I buffed my summons more. Yeah, no, that means I can summon the skeletons from the corpses, because I know I need that. What's up to you? Do you want to try that, or do you think we shouldn't?
No, we can try it. It sucks.
Just
when
make sure that you've got it out.
So besides the 100 renown we'll gain for doing the stronghold, and this one will actually unlock a waypoint also. Behind every stronghold, you unlock a dungeon as well, which we haven't really done any dungeons yet.
Okay.
But they're important later. It's, I mean, you want to unlock the game, right?
Yeah.
We just gotta wait for Diemnyx.
I'm here.
Yeah. I was waiting. I figured the skeletons found something they liked.
Well, it's part of what keeps getting me distracted. I'm like, is that them? No, that's just skeletons. So then I have to double back and be like, oh, okay, where were we going? Let me guess, they're all going to attack us.
Blessed are you who will die in the Mother's name.
Yep, blessed are you who will die in the Mother's name.
Give this stranger the holiest of welcomes.
It says investigate the villager's home, so we have to investigate the town.
Well, that was interesting.
That was just the beginning.
I kind of predicted it. All right, so where are their homes?
Just all around this village.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is one right here. We're just gonna go around in a circle, opening doors.
Help, please!
These effigies reek of corruption. I must destroy them.
Over here, go!
But what we really want to do is destroy these effigies.
I was noticing that. Good to know.
This little house that that is. They should have like white little diamonds showing us where they are now.
The dreadful oppressor was dreadfully oppressed.
By your skeleton. Your golem came in and put a smack down on them.
I know, it's great.
Another lamb for the sacrifice.
Go! Run!
It's so weird playing the game without sound. It's weird playing the game without sound.
Oh, you don't have sound?
I have to mute it or we get that echo on the
That
screen.
would make sense. That would be weird. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Okay. I mean, I certainly know the game well enough. I don't necessarily need the sound. It's just weird.
Yeah, I get that.
Especially when you say something like, what are they saying? I'm like, I don't know. I can't hear them. You give me a good guess based on memory, but that's about it. Let me in. Need to destroy your effigy. I keep trying to attack your skeletons.
Bells again. Who's left of them?
That all won't get returned to the chapel.
I lost one skeleton. I got got him back from the corpse.
This is gonna be a boss fight.
Yay, let's do it.
Quick tip just for you guys, wherever you see a healing well, like if you're in a dungeon and you see a healing well, or if we're following the campaign and you see a healing well, you're about to walk into a boss fight.
Yeah, they won't let me use it.
They're already full.
Alright, it says I'm already full
All
of
it does
health.
is refill off your potion.
Where'd she go?
Come on. Jeez. Places. Alright, yeah, good. Or even arrows. Okay.
I'm low on essence.
Are you playing on the computer or on the game console?
I'm playing on computer.
I know, I'm asking
Yeah,
that.
it is computer. He's just on the other side of the globe.
No, I get that. I don't want to make a reference to buttons and it mean absolutely nothing to him.
Yeah, no, you're good.
And I don't play this one on console. I played 3 on console. My husband plays on console, so if I have questions, I could ask him. Mostly he just prefers playing with the controller, which you could do it from the computer too, but we have a PlayStation 5, why not use it?
Interesting.
Nobody means otherwise.
All these lightning bolts of theirs are kind of annoying.
They're annoying, they're also not damaging me though, so they're lucky.
Oh, they're helping us?
No, they're just not damaging me.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Alright, and now we come and pray to the shrine.
Oh, so that's the skeletal priest. Okay.
Just click on the shrine, the bucket there. 100 renown.
Help! I beg.
Waypoint shrine unlocked. Fractured Peaks reward available.
Hit your tab button.
Yep. Just got it. It was the rep reward.
Yeah, it was probably the first of your
Second.
rewards. Second? Okay. I already have them all done, so I don't know.
Is this? What am I doing? What that is. Okay, here's a way to spend more money. Oh, thank you.
More money.
Alright.
More money. Have you seen Oscar? Movie called
The Grouch?
Oscar.
No.
It is hilarious. It is a kind of like a mafia comedy. It's kind of set in the 30s U.S. and it's great. It's great. If you saw it, you would know what my more money quote was from. They have that in there, and it's interesting.
So in Diablo 4, as far as like pushing the battle pass or stuff like that goes, spending more money, other than buying the expansion, there is absolutely nothing worth it. It's all just cosmetics. There are no buffs or boosts or anything like that you get.
Are we teleporting, or are we gonna go with
We
Matt
need
to
to
where
go
he's
back
going?
to the overshed to go to the cathedral and continue.
Good evening,
the
King J. Oh, I'm sorry, dude. $32. Nice, King J.
Oh, Matt's going into Vesk. I know where he's going.
Yeah.
He wants to unlock that waypoint.
Yeah, I was just gonna unlock the town as well.
Okay. No problem.
As soon as I'm there, I will go to wherever you guys are.
Well, to get the next bit of storyline, we go to Kiovashad and go back to the cathedral to talk to that priest lady again.
Well, that's the main story, so it depends.
That's what I said, the campaign.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can do that. We'll try it out, see what the next leg of the mission sounds like, and then that'll help determine things going forward.
That could solve it.
Okay, Overshot it is. Affectionately known as Kmart.
Let me just sell or whatever, scrap things. All items, please.
So the corpse bomb was cool, but you have to target a corpse, which means there has to be a corpse where the person is that you want to hit. And it's not a very large AoE.
No,
so I like the idea. I'm not as pleased with the execution.
The raising skeletons is the easiest because it doesn't matter where the corpse is. You're raising a skeleton until it dies.
Yeah.
Until spring.
Yeah, we played yesterday and today. Yesterday we made it to 21, and so we've gained a whole 6 levels today.
Yep.
Nuts.
Yeah, hopefully your stomach gets better, King J. That's not fun. All right, where is Zimenquests? Cold Faith, a Cold Faith. Speak with the Reverend Mother. Matt, I am looking forward to Thursday, sir. I don't know what you did, but you're making me look forward to Thursday. Your Friday.
Okay. I don't know what I did either, so, you know.
Oh, so the Reverend Mother is not here. She's up in another area. She's up by Fractured Peaks. And really is down in Mistral Woods. I thought she was here. Well, in that case, let's talk to Nerili first down in Yeleslana, because we can get there quicker. You know exactly what you did, Matt. what were you saying, lady?
Said Yelesna. It's the name of the town.
Ah.
I participated and played. Is that what you mean? Is that what you mean?
You did participate. I'm telling you, you made it fun and enjoyable, and I liked the progress we made, and it was great.
Hey, enjoyed it too.
It's a good
When you're
thing.
gaming.
We started working on a tabletop setting that I wanted to develop, and I invited Matt to join on the Insanity, which he graciously accepted, and it's been fun.
Is that different from the one that...
He's running one in Pathfinder, which is Kingmaker, and then we're using Pathfinder for the rules for the setting, but making a different custom setting that we're working on. And we're doing that on Thursday. And then, are we supposed to play Tuesday or Wednesday this week, Matt? Okay.
Do you have stuff or not?
Not this week. This was the last week where they had other things, they said. They said the next 2 weeks.
Yeah, so...
I'll ping everyone and ask. I'll ask.
Yeah.
I'll take care of it.
So we gotta go in here.
I was trying to make sure I wasn't remembering wrong, that we hadn't pegged it down, that's all. I don't totally trust my memories, so I was trying to make sure where things were at.
Yeah, at this stage, I
know.
really want to change when we have to.
Yep.
But
Yep, I'm good with that.
you don't have your Tuesday thing, Wednesday thing.
The Wednesday thing is not happening this week because one of the guys is still out of town. It may happen next week on Wednesday, but not this week because of MIA player.
Didn't you say you also had a Tuesday thing every 3 or 4 weeks or something?
Yeah, it's every third week. So that was last week.
That was last week.
I went ahead and missed it because everyone else said I didn't realize it was starting. So I wasn't going to put everyone off on their plans just because something changed on my end and everyone else had already committed to it. So I told them that I'd missed that one because prior commitments. I don't mess around. If I give a commitment, I do everything to stick to it. I will fight for my word.
Yeah, but you can always say, hey, at the moment this may not work for me, sort of thing.
Yep. Yep. But everyone else had said Tuesday would, and it was already scheduled for Tuesday. And then I found out this was supposed to happen on Tuesday, and I didn't know to tell, chat with my wife and plan with her ahead of time either. And I'm like, okay, well, we're just going to have to go without for now, and I will plan on letting everyone know for next month. I actually still have been functioning as though we were last week, not this week. And so that was part of my problem of planning and chatting and everything, because I thought we were in the second week, not the third week of the month. Yeah. and I hadn't really heard if it was going to be a permanent installation every third Tuesday or not. So I wanted to find that out before.
Honestly, I have no idea how you are coping with that. I don't know how people cope with that. I need to know. So, you know, commiserations and all that.
Yep.
Just wow.
No, I get you. You know how I deal with it? Because unfortunately, I've dealt with too many people who function that way and make it so it was a necessity just to survive, to be able to. I don't like knowing things last minute. There's been familial issues with that.
Stuck in an illusion
But I do my best.
Horadrim. The portal will lead you through this crude trap.
What is this
Okay.
dog?
Barking wolf. That's
I
fine.
could tell you who it is, but
Relax.
Yes, big creepy wolf dog.
Will come to you.
Just let us
ruin the
explore.
surprise.
We can be surprised. He stopped. Shroud of the Horadrim. Who are you?
An admirer of sorts. I saved you in the mountains.
What we will call the dog.
You'd
Bloody
lost your
wolf.
horse and crawled into that cave. Would have frozen to death if not for me.
Why are you helping me?
Oh, it's very simple. You want to stop Lilith.
It's King
and
Jay's,
I want
apparently.
you to
King
succeed.
Jay's direwolf.
But you'll never
Somehow it
do that
made its
by
way into
following
Diablo
the
King
4.
Jay's pet.
Definitely not that.
I don't know. King Jay knows what he's talking about.
That was gross.
Yeah, that was disgusting.
It used to seem disgusting.
Why are you telling me all this?
To warn you, a day will come when the Horadrim stumble. Don't
What
be
time do you
there when
want
they
to start
do.
to wind up today, DM?
Pretty
Portal
soon.
will lead you to that little girl
Just so
you're
that
looking
we've got-
for.
Within the
Some
next
sort of-
30 minutes or so.
Okay.
Why stop Lilith?
I like the world the way it was, without Lilith. A
Interesting.
little game of rebellion will only lead to chaos. You've already seen visions of the damage she can do. Yes, I know you have fed her blood. Do you feel it changing you? Perhaps not yet. But as long as Lilith walks in your world, it is only a matter of time.
Jesus.
And this place is what?
Tristram, the Horadrim of old imprisoned Diablo, the Lord of Terror beneath the earth. And then they built this town nearby.
This is Tristram?
You can see how that turned out.
Welcome back.
I don't like it.
Tristram got destroyed in Diablo 2, I think.
Oh, I'm aware of that. But it wasn't like that.
And the new Tristram was built on top of it in Diablo 3, but we did a pretty good job of destroying that place too.
I think I've lost my way. The same thing happened to my mother and me earlier on. The trail to the vault ends here, so it should be somewhere around in these woods.
By the way, my Discord is doing Discord things, so I may get nauseous pretty soon, but if we're finishing in the next half an hour, it should be fine.
Okay. Yeah, no, if you gotta call it man because of that, I totally get it. I am sorry that it's doing that.
Fine fighting.
This place is a maze. Now this. What's that supposed to be?
Hey, look, there's a tree-faced statue. That's not creepy or anything.
No. Oh, don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, look. Teleported to some other creepy place. Perfect.
Well, we're back on the world map.
Yeah. Where is she? Oh, she's here now. Alright, so enter the Herodric Vault, which is up and around there.
Maybe up here, and it's a dungeon.
How long of a dungeon?
Yeah.
Is it very long, or is it a fairly short dungeon?
I don't really remember. I want to say
Lady,
that it's a little bit long.
you're supposed to remember everything.
I've only done the campaign twice. The one time that I had you and another person for fun. But one of the best bosses in the entire game is hidden in the campaign because they haven't figured out how to into the end game.
Do you want to try to disconnect and reconnect on Discord, see if that helps or not?
It typically doesn't.
Okay, I didn't know what all would help or not for you. Okay, well, we'll try to do this vault, and then if we can't make it, just let me know and we'll call it, and then we'll pick up there next time. Otherwise, we will probably wrap up after this vault.
Not
What is this
I
place?
expected. But let's not give up hope. All we need is one book, one spell, to help us cross the Black Lake and stop Lilith.
The door is sealed. The way is shut. Anyone got the reference? Huh? Anyone got the reference?
I know what you're talking
Lord of the Rings.
I figured you guys did.
I must wait for my allies to arrive.
I'm not sure who you're waiting for. Everyone's here. Okay, there we go.
I think it's written in Herodric code. And here, the same symbol on the door.
Yeah, it's all good.
I have an idea.
Ideas are
You
dangerous.
might want to take a step back.
We're all just like, okay. Run to the other side of the chamber.
And she said take a step back, and they all did. That's fun.
Hey, look, there's a set of doors. Oh, gotta talk to her. Nope, she's gone.
Hey, wait for me. No, we can leave without you. We can make it through.
Now we talk to her.
Now you be a
Can you
dad.
open this door?
It's the same seal as before. Should be easy enough to break it again. But why would someone use it here?
One way to find out.
Of course. We can't let anything stop our pursuit of Lilith. I'll open the door, and if we split up, we'll work faster that way.
Only if you stay on this side of the door.
Fine.
What am I looking for?
Don't you know?
I told you,
A
Dad.
book, a scroll, or anything that will help us cross the Black Lake.
Sure, we'll go, but you're staying here.
I doubt she's gonna obey.
Maybe this time she actually does. She's not very good at obeying, though. I'm very interested in the expansion.
Yeah, no, she absolutely shouldn't come over here. Yeah, no, I like this not getting close to them business. It works pretty good. For some reason, if you don't have to get close to them, you don't tend to take as much damage. It's really weird how that works.
Yeah. It also doesn't have to have someone who is doing ridiculous amounts of DPS over there, or someone who's tanking like over here.
I was about to say that.
Now you're on the other end.
That's a good team.
Oh, come on, get back here. They're going after them. But you're scared of me.
That doesn't look ominous or anything.
No, I don't know what you're talking.
Yeah, we probably will. But it's okay, we'll take you out first.
With great enemies comes great prejudice against those enemies.
Definitely in a stagger.
I need more time.
There she goes.
I'm out of essence.
Yeah, that's there now.
Those, one of those.
Going back in the end.
Well, I think that worked. I think now I can steal the book.
Why was a demon guarding that book?
No,
I should
we
take
go through
this
the
back to
portal.
Nerel.
Okie dokie. Through the portal. Better to go through a portal than a porthole.
Necro isn't here.
I hope you had more luck
Actually
than
stay.
me.
One requires you to be aquatic, the other doesn't. Hey, I found this
that
book.
There's
Interesting.
gonna be a lot more in this.
This letter
too
was
later.
written by the
I was thinking it was all
Haradrim.
gonna
This is
happen
chronicling
at
spells and theories
Okay.
created by Rathma, the first necromancer.
once. That was fairly
That's
quick.
not what we are looking for.
No. But it can still work. There must be a spell in this book we can use to bring my mother back. She knows the ritual to cross the Black Lake.
Are you sure this is a good idea?
It's all we have. My mother will help us through.
We're trying to bring our
Meet me
mother
down
back
there.
to life.
That doesn't sound good. I don't like that.
It'll be fine.
I don't like
Nothing
that.
ever went wrong with bringing back the dead.
We need information. Her mother has it.
Hey, Melka, welcome in. Well, that's been interesting.
Yep.
Bonded
Alright.
essence.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Do we just want to go back to Kiyovershad?
Considering
to log
it.
off?
Army did also raise yours. Just was looking at the different options here. Yeah, we can head back to Kyovashev if that works. Well, I have the money to respec now, so that's nice.
And if you want to.
That King J.
Good night, King J.
So that is good, because then we can work on playing with a few different builds and seeing what we like.
I dressed up my character this morning.
So, it's alright. I'm good with keep playing it if you guys want to keep playing it. Of course, not tonight at this hour necessarily, but going forward. I don't know that I'm highly invested in the story. So far, it's kind of been...
Do you like the looting?
The looting feels okay, but it's not as meaningful as I like my loot. It's kind of just basic. But I like good special loot.
When we do dungeons, we'll be looting aspects, and those are super powerful.
Okay.
So basically, you can turn any yellow piece of equipment, rare piece of equipment, into a legendary by just pilfering the aspect and putting it on it.
Okay.
So essentially building your own legendary weapons and armor. The campaign is definitely not the best flute in the game at all. You gotta get past the campaign for that. But that will start happening even at low levels once you get past the campaign.
Okay.
The problem is, since you've never played it, we gotta do the campaign first. You just have to unlock everything.
I cannot do that here.
Why? Oh, I have to wait for it to refresh. I want to see what this one looks like. But yeah, no, it's okay. I'm, like I told Matt, like I want more in-depth and quality story from it than they've provided. But they seem to have made it more of a hack and slash looter than they did like Diablo 1. Well, that looks ugly. That looks absolutely grotesque.
The story in this is less like long slabs of text and more small insights into people and their place in the world through cutscenes.
Yeah.
And yeah, so it's a different form of storytelling. You're not going to get like slabs of text or history or anything like that. You're gonna get, oh, this is what's happening to us, please help us do the thing, learn a little bit about what's happened there, move on, go and do the next thing, kind of.
Yeah.
Storytelling.
The game is very centered around what's happening right now. I almost sent you a link earlier today in Discord, because there's a guy who recaps all of the lore from Diablo 3, and Diablo 4 is definitely a direct continuation of Diablo 3. So if you don't know the story, and they're assuming that most people have played it, so if you don't know the story from Diablo 3, some of the concepts in Diablo 4 can be confusing at times.
No, it's not that they're confusing. It's just not as
Or
much as
boring,
I want.
I guess.
But like I was telling Matt, like I kind of miss Diablo and how they had the heroes there be more heroic, where in this one they have them be more just primal and and just survivalists and just not really stand for as much and everything. And it's like, but I want them to have more.
There's in the lore of Diablo 3 and the idea of Nephilim, a lot of that takes place in Diablo 3. So
yeah,
and this game is very ambiguous as to exactly who we are. We're just called the Wanderer, but it's obvious that we have better powers than a normal person on the map.
right.
And they've left that open-ended for now because there's still a lot of the story to tell.
Yeah, and it's like, where did the Nephilim go?
Right. They never even use that word at all in Diablo 4
just
yet.
Vanished.
They just retconned
But
Diablo 4, but they just retconned Nephilim altogether, but everybody assumes that that's part of a bigger picture because Tyrael has also been retconned. So obviously something's going on below the surface that's like right there. You can almost touch it.
how can you? Yeah, you basically just said the previous game didn't exist.
No, I said 2 characters are missing from the previous game. One
But
of
the
them
previous
is our own.
game pivoted on those 2 aspects.
Sort of, but we also haven't faced Diablo yet. We won't face
Which is the
Diablo
other
at the end
thing.
of it. This game is at least the first 5 chapters that we're doing of this story are about Lilith. And then at the end of this, with the new expansion that's coming out, we're gonna learn a whole lot more because I've seen the previous.
Yeah, what are in the previews?
I can't tell you that without telling you what happens at the end of this campaign. But if you're not invested,
I know you face off against Lilith and you beat her.
Yeah, yes, we beat Lilith, but that dog that's been giving us advice is no friend. That's Lilith's dad. That's Mephisto.
Oh, interesting.
And by defeating Lilith, we have unleashed Mephisto on the world. Lilith isn't actually a bad guy. She was actually here trying to prepare us for a battle with hell that she knew was coming. And we kill her, and now there's a battle with hell coming and no Lilith to help.
Interesting.
Because now I'm not saying that we feel bad about that either, because
she's doing it all wrong.
She's doing it all wrong, but her intentions were actually.
But does the end justify the means?
Yes, it's a very much does the ends justify the means type of situation when it comes to Lilith, because at the end of the day, she's still Mephisto's daughter, so she only knows how to behave one way.
Yeah.
All right, folks. Well, thank you for inviting me along.
Yeah.
All right, time. Let me know.
Yeah, and like I said, we can stick with it for a bit. I can do it playing with other people. I don't know that I'd play this on my own.
Yeah, I'm the same.
There's not enough there for me to be like, yay, I want to just go do this on my own.
Yeah. Cool.
So.
What did I do? Oh. Nothing. I thought I made something disappear.
Thank you all for being here. Be sure to join us next time for more fun. Until then, enjoy the story. We'll see you guys next time.